Hello everyone. Sanibonani nonke emakhaya lahlukene. My name is Nadim Lukele. I'm joined by Coach KB. Coach KB. Coach KB, you need to tell us your name. Your name cannot be Coach KB, honestly speaking. Then we've got the legendary Xola Mlambo. I remember him at Pirates. I used to like him a lot. And I like him more as an analyst because he's very strong. Arguing with him is very strong. I remember him when I first started talking to him at Switch On. He just took me on, and a lot of people went to the Switch On comments. Yeah, Nadim finally get people who can match him. Yeah, Xola put him in this place. And people actually thought I hate that, and that's what I like. I don't like people who are weak. I don't like to discuss football with weak people. Andy Ngube, I think he taught me that you need to be very strong, and this is what we're bringing in the show. And also, Coach KP. People, when it looks like Coach KP and Xola overcoming me, they think I hate it. I hate that. This is what I'm enjoying a lot, working with them. That's why if you can go, even if you can check the last 3 episodes of Switch On Network, I wanted to work with them because of what they were bringing to the party. That's how it is, guys. And you can see the episode where Coach KP and Xola were there. Come on. Quality, precise information. Guys, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And as part of the show, please introduce yourself and let's hit and run. So, on hit and run, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, thank you, Nadine, for having us. I mean, afternoon to all the people. Nadim of opinions. So we also learning a lot from you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah, it is what
good
it is.
day. Yeah, man, Nadim Xola is right, man. Well, the word KB comes from Kabel, so real name is Kabel. Being a coach, then it became Coach KB, well known on the street. But yeah, Xola is right. I think we also enjoy having you. You push us to the limit as well. So yeah, let's hit and run.
So, so Coach KP is now a brand name, right? You must trademark it.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm still learning these things. But with
No, no,
10
no,
I
don't
and
worry.
you, I'll be
No,
fine.
Cola's pin, he knows this thing is gonna email you a form, then it's easy. Don't worry. Don't worry, I've sorted today. Guys, today we're talking about Mbekezeli Mbokazi. I mean, there are a lot of stories about him. The coach is not happy. Bafana Bafana, that's Bafana Bafana coach Hugo Broos. The Orlando Pirates coach Ouaddou Abdeslam is not happy with Mbokazi. So the reason why he's not happy, Orlando Pirates played the final on Saturday in Polokwane. Then Bafana Bafana, they were supposed to join Bafana Bafana camp on time. He missed it, a flight from Durban. It means he went to Durban. So that's where the story is coming from, guys. And now we have a huge story where a player that looked like he's disciplined, talented. Now we're starting to hear a lot of things we don't like about him on the field. Starting with you, Coach KP, I asked you to investigate. What did you find out about Mbokazi and late coming and all those kind of things?
Yeah, the word investigate. Not all of us are investigators, but yeah. So you look at it from an angle of like you're saying, a 20-year-old having played a final, being able to lift the trophy as his last game at Orlando Pirates, and then having to travel back home. I mean, all players always say they want to go back home. I heard Utola saying he's taking Amandla Masha somewhere. So I think it's important that he went home, but being given yeah, you see, being given an extra day, unlike others, I think he was supposed to submit. But you look at what has been trending prior to this, man, and the ill-disciplined that is coming up or raising up with the pictures that we saw on social media where he was with Abu Big Zulu and the others, where there was alcohol. But it's not clear yet if the boy is ill-disciplined, and if he is, why was Pirates protecting him that much? But I honestly feel he's a young boy who made a genuine mistake. Anyone can miss a flight. Before we kill him, there's still room for improvement. So I think the coach was right to have a go at him. Yes, just like anyone else. I believe Hugo Broos is a coach of principle, which is where I'm going to question him. There's a time where Jaden Adams did the same thing. Jaden Adams was dropped. And now I think because with AFCON coming up, it's a matter of no, you cannot drop Mbekezeli Mbokazi. So you now question the coach. With, like I'm saying, I'm all for him going at him. But I think it's something that can be forgiven. He's still young, man. He can learn from this. So for me, I don't think there's too much of ill discipline that's happening. He's young. Maybe celebrations took over, but yeah, there's still room for improvement for the young man.
Well, I have taken a lot of flights, surely more than me and Coach KP. Have you ever missed a flight in your life?
Yeah, Nadine. I've taken a lot of flights, to be honest. I've missed a flight, but not a flight that was going to work. I would say it's a fortune for me that I've never missed a flight that delayed my progress in terms of going to work or having to have disputes with the employers. Looking into Indaba Mbokazi, it really saddens me, to be honest, as a black boy who comes from a poor background and who knows that there's so many black boys that are young, and the image and the stigma, if we're going to continue with such, it's not looking good. So I hope it was a genuine mistake for Mbokazi. He just played finally. Probably there was excitement. I don't know what happened that led prior to him missing a flight. But when you know that you have a responsibility of such a huge number of people, like a country is based on a lot of things, and then you miss a flight that is supposed to be taking you to get to work. It leaves questions. You'd rather be early in the airport than to run a risk of missing such an important flight. Like Coach KP has already said, with Jaden Adams, a similar story happened, and then he was dropped. And with him, he's been given grace. Everyone deserves a second chance, but I kind of feel the same sentiment or the same thing you are supposed to be given to both of them. If you're a person of principles and your ordeal statement says, if you don't come on time, I cut you off, it should not matter who you are, because it sends out the wrong message. Now people will then look at you and think that you are a hypocrite. So it leaves a bitter taste in the mouth. But I think based on the AFCON and based off the qualities of Mbokazi, maybe he's looking at the fact that I can improve the boy, he's young. We can argue and say Jaden Adams is young as well. Maybe also now they were supposed to give him a room to explain and give his basis as to why did it happen. But with the news having to be in Mbokazi's eyes and the journalists, he was supposed to do better. If they've given you a day, go and enjoy that day and make sure that you are at the airport on time. Because Iksasa, with the statement that came from Hugo Broos that was trending to say he's going to fix the boy and he's going to make sure that he's going to come in his office as a black boy and come out as white. I also did not like that, because now with Jaden Adams, there was nothing said about Ikala. When it comes to discipline, it shouldn't be based on Ikala because it's not a true reflection of a race. There's so many good boys who've been professional enough, who've never missed any flights, who've never missed any training session, but no one has come out to say black people are doing it good. And it's sad when a black boy does that, not to say we're promoting or protecting it, but it should be fairly addressed, not based on whether you are black, you are white, you're colored. We are all human, and I still believe we all make mistakes. But I was not happy with the Mbokazi issue, him having to miss a flight, because we were arguing with you, go the previous podcast, if I have to say, when you said, do we think Ugutu Mbokazi is capable to lead Orlando Pirates? And I was the first person to vouch and say they saw leadership qualities. They wouldn't have given him the arm belt at that team of such a stature. And when such incidents now occur, it leaves whatever that I was backing for him. It says, this is the person that you were talking about, saying he's got leadership qualities. So he must up his game. He must always be rather want people to go and find something to talk about. You don't give it to them. Don't give people excuses to try and diminish your name. I mean, he's a quality player that we need, and the behavior also must be at the same level.
No, I agree with you, Xola. The behavior must be in the same level with the quality, but the behavior of Mbokazi, guys, I've seen so many players. I've spoke to so many legends of the game. I've worked with them for many players, being part of SABC for sport for too long. So I can tell you now that I can see a trend. I can see an accident waiting to happen. with Mbokazi, I see a problem. I think Pirates sold him because they don't trust him anymore. There was the same or almost similar offer for Rilem Fokeng. Pirates declined it. It looks like a contract offer from the US. I think in Bogas, they saw him. They saw a very talented boy. For me, it doesn't look like I'm asking myself, was it a sale or Pirates cash in? They knew that this boy might cause problems because I've heard also similar stories. Because for me, it's not acceptable. I agree with the coach. For a 20-year-old, you are choosing in the Bafana Bafana squad. So many players want to be part of the squad. I'm talking about Reinas. He's not there. Mshish is not there. So many legends. The players, when you look at them in their career, you say, these are legends. They are part of the team. They're not part of the team. They wish they are there. And you are 20 years. This is your first time playing for a major tournament. This is your first year as a professional footballer. Now you are missing flights. There are stories about you getting drunk. There are stories you associating with people who drink alcohol, both Big Zulu and them. What does it tell you if a 20-year-old is seen with alcohol, people are drinking alcohol? Why are you associating yourself with people who are drinking alcohol if you're a football player? Why are you not associating with yourself in order to improve your performance, your fitness, and all those kind of things? For me, I don't like what he's doing. We've seen players like Junior Kanye destroying their careers, so they were very talented than Bogazi. You saw players like Chahupulo, way talented than Bogazi, destroying his career because of alcohol. I've seen also Mbulelo Mabizela, one of the most talented, maybe the best defender ever to have come from South Africa, destroying his career because of alcohol. With Mbokazi, I fear we're going to that direction, honestly speaking. Why did he miss his flight?
Well,
For me, I'm sensing, and what I've heard also, there are stories that I've heard. People telling me about also the whole thing of alcohol, it's a genuine thing. The way story is also, it's just that parents never made it public. But the person I've spoken to told me that even at Pirates, there were stories that he was drunk, he was getting drunk with another player who's also part of the Bafana Bafana. The reason I'm not going to name the player, I don't want to draw attention from the camp. With them Bogas, the reason why I'm saying it is because it's already out there.
well, but
Sorry, Coach P. I saw.
no, it's okay, Nadim. I hear all those things. And so I'm saying, we keep saying a young player. So he's still young and there's experience and there
No, he's
is
not young. He's not young.
no,
Stop
what I'm
that. He's
saying is
not
that
young.
he still has a chance. He still has a chance to fix it. Like you've just mentioned references of people that failed to hit their career up to par because of that. So I think that's what I'm saying. I agree with the coach going hard on him. Hopefully it will get to his head quickly and then he fixes it. Yes, let's go hard on him, but let's not kill him. There's still room for improvement. We have seen a whole lot of people that were given the second chance. He's been given a second chance on his first season, as you have already alluded. He's going to AFCON. And I heard Uhelman Kelele saying that they have fixed the problem. All is well. So the only thing that I'm hoping he does from here is to go on the field and prove that, you know what, he is there and rightfully so. As to whether Pirates is cashing him in or selling him, it works out either way. It works out. One can challenge the league that he's going to, yes. But if you really also look at it, if he goes and have a great...
How does it work? How does it work up if he's going to play in America? Because the MLS is one of the worst league in the world, where
It
there's
works
no
out.
promotions or
It works
relegations.
out. It works out in this way, Nadim. We are not certain that there will be an offer after AFCON. We are not certain that there will be an offer after.
No, obviously there will be an offer. He's the best defender in South Africa. He's the most talented player at the moment. Even at Pirates was the best player. Is that quality so good? There is an offer that is coming. No, there is an offer that can come. No, there is an offer that's going to come. Xola, what's your take? Do you think there's no offer if he stayed? Because for me, I think even him going to the America, I agree with the coach. He's going to the wrong league. America is known for baseball, is known for basketball, for American football, for music, not for soccer. I can tell you now, besides Messi, which other players do not play in the US? No one cared about the US league.
Yeah, to be honest, the US League is known not for so many good things. But what I'm proud of is that Lionel Messi, him being one of the most talented player who's graced the footballing pitch, he only was able to win the World Cup playing in the MLS, Nadim, you know. So it's opinionated from people's perspective
No,
when
but
it
that's not
comes
true. He was not
to...
playing in the US. He was playing in France for PSG.
No, he was already in the MLS when he won
No,
the
no,
thing
no.
in
Trust
Nadim.
me, no, he was not playing. He left it after the World Cup. That's where he joined no, Inter Miami. Was playing for
Okay, so he
PSG.
was in between. Yeah, he was still in between. But
No, he
okay.
was not.
But
Was playing for PSG. He was not in between. He was playing for PSG, and he's
all
going
right,
there to
yeah.
retire after winning the World Cup. Went there to retire. Messi is there to retire, not to play football. It's a retirement. Even
Definitely,
David
definitely.
Beckham went to retire. Yeah.
On that note, I would say I'll agree with you. It's not one of the good leagues. I mean, we also see one of the players that is on loan from the MLS league. He's struggling with game time here in South Africa, you know. So with evidence now being proven, I think Mbokazi, with the quality that he has, Mena, I see a player that is built for the Italian league with the aggression, the strength, his type of the player that he is. But not knowing as to why Orlando Pirates opened up to selling him at this time of the season, why they couldn't at least wait one or two more offers to weigh the option, But I don't know if it was a monetary thingy, like you
No,
saying,
Xola.
Guti.
No, Xola.
There's
You
there's
played for
been a
Pirates.
lot
You know,
that has been.
you you played for Pirates. You know, discipline is important. If you are ill-disciplined, it's easy for them to let you to release you at Pirates.
Yeah, a Pirates discipline, it comes like it's mandatory, whether you like it or not, you know. And
Exactly. So
it's
that's
it's
why they
sad,
released
Guti
him.
Mina. Yeah, it's sad to hear you saying there were stories about him drinking alcohol there. Even I don't know if they picked it up or not, or it was them protecting the brand of the boy or Ranjan, because it's not in support. Uloch was once fined, and it was publicly known for such a behavior. It shows the standard of the discipline that they hold for the team that they are trying to build with so many youngsters that are dominating the team. If that's the
Mm.
case, I don't know, and I can't really say much about it, Nadim. But I kind of
The
feel
reason why
I'll
Pirates were
have
not
to
winning
agree
trophies
with
before,
you guys and Coach Hugo.
the reason why Pirates were not winning trophies at one point in time,
What was the cause?
I was with David Kekana. Went to Run Stadium. One of the captains at Pirates was driving a very nice car, BMW. When he was about to leave, the training was done. We found so many bottles of alcohol. Then that player was released. Pirates are like that. Discipline there, it's important, honestly speaking. So I
So
know that for a fact
Yeah,
that they cannot
I can
they
agree
cannot
with
show
you.
relation.
I can agree with you when it comes to discipline. Pirates, I mean, the Pirates, they have to hold the discipline stature very high because it's one of the big teams in the continent, Nadim. Can you imagine a single human being diminishing such a huge fraternity? It's not acceptable, and I don't think Uguti they can accept and go about that. Hence, maybe if you are correct to say it's based on discipline matters, hence they probably saw an opportunity to let him go. But I so wish Uguti, as
I
young
think so.
as
I
he is,
think so.
man, he must learn.
Tola, I don't know for a fact. I honestly think they released him because they knew that one, they've got a good
It's
offer.
just a matter of your opinion. Yeah.
Yes, it's my opinion. I don't know for a fact because I'm not speaking to anyone now at Pirates and all those kind of things. And then, guys, there's another line here. I want to read it for you. It's coming from the Bafana Bafana coach. It says, that little woman who is his agent who thinks she knows football, if she's a little bit clever. So, what's your take about that, guys? Because that's directed to
I
Basia
don't
Michaels Mbokazi's agent.
I don't like the statement how it came about. And one, it's that you are belittling someone. It's disrespect for me, you know. And I don't think when it comes to football, it has to be determined by whether you are a male or a female to tell us how good you are. So if you are a female, it does not mean you can't be great at the job that you do as an agent for footballers.
Mm.
If you are a male, I don't think Uguti football is that as much as is that male dominated. I think Abu Mamria, they've also shown Uguti they are capable and they are women to run teams. Abu Mamkize, they came. It's just unfortunate. So
No.
now,
You should have not. You should have not mentioned Mbekezeli, please.
no, I was just
Continue. Yeah.
mentioning not based on
No,
achievement on how the
mention
team.
Jessica Mtaonge, mention Kemi
Mandela,
Mamre,
Somtaonge,
Akemi.
Mato
So
Mamre,
Madlala.
yeah.
Don't mention
Madlanga,
don't mention
Okay,
yeah,
sorry, Nadim, sorry.
don't mention
Mantomada, like
Mamkis.
there's a lot of women that are doing great. Currently now,
Yeah.
Team Yetu is being run by Mam Mantomadala. So what
Yes.
does that say? Do we then have to
Yeah.
say the PSL is not in order? It's in order. We see that games are playing on time, teams are performing,
Mm.
like it's competitive as it is. So bringing that up to diminish the gender side of it in terms of labeling her, whether she thinks she knows football or she, I mean, it's so unfair to hear such a statement from a coach who's done so great.
Mm.
Maybe it could
Coach
come
KP.
out based on frustration, but yeah, I'm just not
Mm.
happy with the statement.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. Coach
I
KP, what's your take?
I share the same sentiment, Nadine. It makes, I think, as South Africa, we've allowed Coach Hugo Broos to get, like, he says what he wants at any given time. And because we are not so accustomed to the national results the way they are, we have arguably agreed to almost everything that he says. So every time if he was to say something, I mean, you can hear Kaizer Chiefs supporters, they've been complaining about how he addresses Kaizer Chiefs players. But because majority would agree with him to say no, but he is right. So I think he's too comfortable. Gender has nothing to do with what's happening now. And I mean, if you look at it, should this deal work out from Mbokazi from USA, he makes it to EPL, then what? Is he gonna come back and apologize? So I think for that he needs to be held accountable for those things. You can't say that at any given time. I think Coach Hugo was wrong. He needs to apologize. And I don't know how will they deal with it, but I honestly feel he needs to be held accountable for this.
Oh,
And the
definitely.
United Democratic Movement, the UDM, Bantu Holomisas Party
Uh,
also, they released a statement yesterday. Basically, they feel this matter should be taken to the uh, relevant authorities.
Well,
Yeah,
Nadim,
if need
with
be,
the
man, if need be.
but sorry,
I
Dola, man,
think, sure.
with the
To the Human Rights
political
Commission, basically.
no man, with the political parties of South Africa, just they are opportunists, man. They're just looking at the fact that they will come up and then they will make something big. Not now. We don't need politics right
They want
now.
to ride. Yeah, they want to
Yeah,
ride on it.
yeah, we are focusing on AFCON. This is a coach that has been doing well. Yes, what he said is wrong. Hence why I'm saying he needs to be held accountable. But if we're going to be listening to political parties just to come up now and they want to take their fame, this is not the time. We don't care about what they're saying, or I personally don't care what they're saying. I agree, Coach Hugo needs to be held accountable, but no. Where was this party all along? So now they want to shine and they want to come make noise and say, no, we've done this and this. It has nothing to let them fight with the ANC. There's Magandla, what that's happening there. Let them deal with that. This is football. Let the football.
Madlanga
Madlanga
Commission.
Commission.
Yeah, Madam Commission, our cat. Let's go deal with
Yeah.
that, man. There's so many things right now. Those guys, like they're opportunists. Let me just put it there. Just trying to ride on it, like Xola said. Yes, coach needs to be held accountable. I agree. But why them now? Now, Nadim, we are heading to AFCON with a team that came back with bronze. There's a high possibility that we can even win it. They just wanna take their fame. So with them, let's push them aside.
Yeah, Xola, what's your take on Bantu Holomisa's party saying the court should be taken to the Human Rights Commission?
Honestly, I'm not one to support the parties wanting to join and ride in on information that they hope it can benefit them in some way, because the political elections are coming soon. They must let football people deal with football, and we must let the political people deal with politics. Because if it's going to be a back and forth and involvement and none, we can then ask them and saying, this is happening in our country. What are you then doing about it? You know? So they must focus their energy and concentration in the right places where they are best needed. But the football people must take action towards the statement and how it was addressed, and hold Coach Hugo accountable for it, but not disrupting the progress planning going to the AFCON, because this is the trophy that we feel we can win now, So now my Zobane involvement, my political parties, there might be a lot of chaos happening. So it's not good. They must leave it and leave it to the football people to take care of it.
Okay, guys, I hear you and I respect your opinion. And I also agree with it. Also. Let me just be open that
Yeah.
I'm in support of what they're saying. Bafana Bafana, we should be worrying about Bafana Bafana winning the AFCON, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
Not even if they wanted to, maybe it's better after the AFCON, they can write those letters and all those things.
Yeah.
I think also it's becoming disruptive. Moving right along, guys. What's your take about now there's a story of the coach saying Mbokazi is going to talk to him, will be a black player. When he leaves, it's going to be white. Also, they are looking that as also that he was being a racist.
I think
Is a
they took
black
that as a
man.
racial thing. And hence I addressed
Yeah.
it when we first spoken about Mbokazi. I don't believe Uti, that's how he was supposed to address the situation. It does not mean now a white boy is much more disciplined than a black boy, or a black boy is more ill-disciplined than a white boy. Like I said, we are people of mistakes.
So are
I
you
don't
saying
think
black players and white players are discipline equal?
definitely. I feel Uti, there are black players who are disciplined. There are black players who are ill-disciplined. There are white players who are disciplined. There are white players who are ill-disciplined.
Is there any white player who has also had or a colored player who had a problem with alcohol, where we know that he's an alcoholic?
Is this only based in South Africa or around football
No,
as a
I'm talking
whole?
about only in South Africa. Only in South Africa. Because where
Oh,
a white player was having a problem with it, not pitching up
But
for camp like Jabopule because he was drunk, where there was an alcohol problem. Is there?
I
but
think
I'm trying to
I
decide.
think I would have to. Yeah, I'm thinking I would have to research, but surely for sure we can come back and we'll have factors. It doesn't mean if something was never published, it did not happen, Nadim. Simply because this black stories are out there now, everything is all good and well. And I'll make an example about the Hazard issue. Hazard stories only came out after he has left the Chelsea. He was flying to Monaco, to Italy. Sometimes it's a matter of how protective the surroundings that you are in are, for the stories not to make it out. It does not mean
No. But
Uguti.
in this thing, I'm serious. I'm serious, guys. I'm not trying to be funny. We're all black here.
no, but
I'm trying to
Yes,
find
but
out.
I'm
Nadim,
Is
also
there?
not. For now, I don't
I want
think
to know
Uguti
if
there
there is
is.
a story. Is there any white player we know a lot of black players who had the problem with alcohol, ill discipline. I mean, there was in Changa as a Kaizer Chiefs, there was so many stories of alcohol. There are a lot of players. There's this boy who was at Pirates Zungu. There's Chabupule, there's Junior Kanye. We know a lot of players. Are there any white players though around there? Are there
So
any
well,
white
far,
players who have
so far,
you
sorry,
know why
there's
I'm
no
saying
story
that?
that I've.
There's a coach there's a former Bafana Bafana coach who once told me that it's difficult to coach black players.
well,
They don't listen.
nah,
There's a
Nadim,
former
I don't agree to that. Whoever Bafana Bafana coach is, maybe that's the reason why that coach never succeeded there at Bafana Bafana, because of his thinking. You look at, well, we cannot now, or I can't
No,
say there's
he was
one.
successful. He was successful. He was successful.
Oh well, I can come up and say
What is success?
there's one one white person or come up with a name,
What is
but I
success?
think wait.
Maybe let's do the research. Sorry, but maybe let's
Yeah.
do the research based on the stories, to say before
No.
we
For me,
can.
I'm interested. I'm interested because it's easy to say if us black people were being undermined, were being disrespected. But the other white people, I know a guy like Mark Haskins, is colored, very disciplined, devoted Christian, focused on his woman. No funny stories. Mock and gold, almost similar thing. I'm trying to find out that maybe I'm not remember this thing in order for
Nadim,
us. We,
sorry.
we need to critique ourselves in order to improve. That's my belief.
Definitely.
Because what's
And I
happening?
agree with you. Sorry, Nadim, sorry to interject, but where I'm coming with this is that simply because it's not recorded, it does not mean it does not exist. Because now you're only mentioning two names, for example, of colored boys, or colored legends who
I
have
can
been
add
disciplined.
Fabian Makad. I can add Fabian Makad.
We can also name a lot of number of players. We must remember, Uguti, football in South Africa is black dominated. So there's a lot of black scandals that are going to make it out on the news than the other race it would come. You'd find, Uguti, the population of players in the PSL, it's mainly 90% are black,
But
and
you
there's only
agree.
10%.
But you
Yes,
agree, all of
we are
us
in
here,
agreement. We are in
we've never
agreement
had
to
the
say
story of we've never had the story of a white player who didn't pitch up for camp because he was drunk. You agree?
no, but no. But there were stories about
The
Abo
boy
Penny
was drunk.
McCarthy in camp. So not
Who?
that there were stories about Penny McCarthy in camp, him hosting a party and whatsoever. What does that say?
In the
Hence,
camp, I'm saying the
does it
story
make
of
it right?
Mabizela.
Does it make it right?
Mabizela's career was destroyed by alcohol. I am saying which one player which is white, that his career was destroyed by alcohol. One player that you say, that boy was telling that if it was not for alcohol, he was gonna be like Lucas Ateb. He was gonna play overseas, become a captain, we have a stage to become an ambassador. One either colored or white player. So the problem, guys, let us be honest, it's affecting a lot of us black people. We need to improve. That's why we mustn't try to racialize it. I agree when they say the coach is wrong. With that, you can't really say a player's gonna come back white. But obviously, there's discipline from there. I've spoken to so many legends, players like Matthew Booth, white players, colored players. The discipline in them, bruh, it's so good. Even if you look at the players like Michael Morton now, you can see he was not one of the best players, but the discipline proper. I am saying, as black people, we need to encourage these boys who are starting to play for Bafana Bafana to become better players,
Better.
especially you,
No,
Coach KP,
definitely in
because
that one,
coach
yeah.
in
In that
especially you,
statement,
Coach
we
KP.
have to agree with you, Nadim. Definitely.
Yeah, you see a player
Yeah,
like Masibusane Zongo. It's so
no,
painful to see such a talented boy who didn't make it.
Nadim, I agree with you. I agree with you, and it's our duty and our roles to help. But there's so much that a young black boy is carrying. So I'm not making excuses for anyone. I agree with you. We need to do better in everything. There is circumstances that, or there are things that you grow up, they are just in front of you, and then you're thinking that's their life. And with Mbekezeli, let's not have, it never really came out that no, he came out drunk. Hence why I'm still saying there's room for improvement. He'll do better. And you are right. Yes, we can't pick up too many, but Xola is also right. The population of black people
But
are
even
more in South Africa,
Kola didn't grow up in Hyde Park in a
and he's a
20
black
million
boy, and
home.
we've
But
never had any
yes,
issues.
but he was getting paid a lot of money at Vets and Orlando Pirates. But there was no stories about him getting drunk and all those things. So it's possible. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's make it. It's so possible. Kola was gonna afford to buy alcohol 1,000 or 500 alcohol every day, every day of the month, but he was not doing that. So guys, for me, I feel like let's call it out. Let's encourage these boys to focus because football is a short-term career.
It definitely
No,
is.
yeah, spot
And
on.
I urge also, man, Nadim, to say these young boys, they mustn't only want to learn from experience. Somewhere, somehow, not a
Mhm.
lot of people come back from learning from experience. Also, learn from other people's experiences as well and try to emulate whatever that they did to do it better.
I agree with you, legend. I'm in support of that. Coach KP, you take us through this one. We're done with Bafana Bafana. Obviously, we did say we wish them well in the AFCON. Coach KP,
Yes,
the current Orlando Pirates coach is Ouaddou.
yes.
He, in a space of 5 months, he's already won 2 trophies, which is an
Mhm.
MTN and a Carling.
Like label.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he's on
Carling
top
Black
of the
Label. And
law.
it's on top of the log.
Yeah.
Why do you think Riveiro is a better coach than him?
You see, that's not how it came up. What it came about is when you guys were saying he's already better than Riveiro, and that's what I disagree with. And I'm gonna take you
No,
through
no,
it.
no. Wait,
One,
Coach
like I
KB.
told you.
No, Coach
Okay,
KB.
yeah,
Sorry. We did not say
I'm
he
listening.
is better. That we said statistically he has achieved better than Ribeiro.
Okay, Sharp. Let's go down to it. Let's go down to it. The Pirates has a 5-year plan, which Hume, the coach, has stuck to it to say yes, Pirates has a 5-year plan, and it has proven, because these 2 games he started trying to change things up, it didn't work out. He went back to the plan to say, okay, this is the plan. Let me continue to it.
Can
The
I
only
ask a
thing that he
question
has done
before you
bad,
continue? Askis, can I
yes,
ask a question before you continue?
please,
Pirates won a double treble. Are we then
yes.
giving the second treble to Rudy Cole and say Rudy Cole has won double treble?
No, we're giving it to
Because
the
Rudy
coach
Cole
that won.
won because Rudy Cole won a treble and he left Orlando Pirates,
Mhm,
and then Lille took over. He also won the treble,
mhm.
and a lot of supporters were saying it is Coach Rudy Cole's work.
I'm glad you did
Because
that.
now
So
what
so
you
let
want
me
to
go
say
down.
is that Ouaddou right.
He is. He is. Xola. We've spoken about systems that are working for teams. Riveiro, when he came, Nadim, he found Orlando Pirates at position 8. On his first season, he took it to position number 2. Second season, position number 2. His last season, he finished at position number 2. And you guys were talking about stats.
So
I'm
have
saying
you
to you,
forgotten that? So have you forgotten that when he came in, he found Pirates they lost in the Cup Confederations final?
no, I
You
haven't
forgotten that?
forgotten.
Or
CAF
you forgotten that
Confederation.
Yeah,
purpose?
mention it.
No,
Mention
no,
it
no,
as
no. No,
well.
Yeah,
I mentioned
mention
it.
it.
They had less, but not in the final, remember?
No,
In
they
In the
lost in the
final,
final, in the
they lost in
Confederations
the
final. Yeah,
final.
final.
Yeah, when it was
In
Sharp.
Coach
the final.
Matlu
Or
and
you
Mandla.
forgotten that?
No, I
You
have
It
in
was in the
forgotten.
final.
final.
Let's give it to them. It's fine. Let's give it to them. And then he then came. He built a winning. Right now, Orlando Pirates doesn't lack mentality of winning. Hence why they are already being called cup specialists, because he brought that thing back. Last season, this time, as you guys were saying, last season, this time, Pirates was position number 2 with 12 games with 30 points, having lost 2 games, having not drawn anything. So if you look at last season and this season, if we are being honest, there's a regression that is happening. It's just unfortunate that this is in Nadim, and I think majority of fans are just overlooking it.
Okay,
It's
no, no,
the
no, no.
fact that, yeah,
Wait. Sorry, no, wait. What? And how many trophies at this stage last season?
one, he had won
And
one
then now,
trophy.
So are you still
Now it's
saying it's
two.
and
regress?
now
Yes,
it's
let me
2.
tell you why. Yes, let me tell you why. At this time last season, Pirates was still in the CAF Champions League. They were on 30 points. The only reason why
And
currently Pirates
that
is
was
on top
Coach
of the no,
Ribeiro's
wait, 10.
no, that was Coach Ribeiro's third season. That was his third season, by the way.
Yes, that's what I'm saying to you. Ouaddou is continuing with the system that is already at Orlando Pirates. He is benefiting from that. We are not taking it away from him. There's a system in place that is working, and he's continuing with it. So hence why I'm saying we can all agree the ultimate goal for Ouaddou this season is to win the league. If he wins all the cups and fails to win the league, it will be a failure. So what you guys are saying that no, Ouaddou found a machine that is already oiled. He just had to polish and move with it. Hence why I said to you, you look at the players that Ouaddou has. He's got more depth, squad depth as compared to Riveiro in 3 seasons. So it's very unfair for us to already give it all the grace and saying he's doing well. He's on top of the log today with 28 points. Because Mamelodi Sundowns has regressed so bad that they are not even on. Last season, this time around, Mamelodi Sundowns was already on 36 points. So he's competing with Mamelodi Sundowns that is struggling. Ouaddou has been, Jose Riveiro has been
But it's not his
competing with the
fault.
Mamelodi
It's
Sundowns
not
that
his
was
fault.
there.
You
Yeah,
cannot now want to make it his fault. Whether
yeah,
Mamelodi
no, it's not his
Sundowns
fault,
perform
but we
good or
can't say
bad,
it's
it's not
bad.
Coach Ouaddou's fault.
what was the score? What was the score at Loftus between Sundowns,
4-1.
the first home game, and then what was the score this season
One,
between Sundowns and Pirates?
1-1. 1-1.
Exactly. You see,
What was the score in the
is that
what was the score in the final?
wait, that's the regressing.
Yeah, it is. If you look at where they are now, what was the score in the last finals of last season? MTN. Who was Rivero playing? Who was it? If you look at the cups that Rivero was winning, who was he beating? You
And
see,
he
we are
also
all
lost to
now
Kaiser
forgetting.
Chiefs. He
Yeah,
also
he
lost to
lost to
Kaiser
Kaizer
Chiefs.
Chiefs,
That did not
correct.
qualify. That did not qualify for the MTN 8.
But you are not mentioning who he won against. Why?
Tell us, who did he win
No,
against?
Ribeiro. Okay, Ribeiro lost to Mbekezeli in the first round of the Carling Cup.
Yeah, Ouaddou lost to
Mbekezeli
City
at
Cool
Orlando
in the league.
at Orlando Stadium. At Orlando Stadium.
Ouaddou lost to who at Orlando Stadium?
No. I'm saying the fact remains at this stage. Ouaddou has got 2 trophies on top of the log. At this stage, that guy, well, he didn't have 2 trophies. Do you agree on that?
I agree.
He didn't have, it was not on top of the log. Do you agree with that?
Agree.
Okay, case closed. Do you want to say something else?
What is closed? What makes him better?
This
He's
one
got
is
2
two
trophies and
is on top of
he's
the
at
log.
number 1.
The other one is not on top of the log. This
And
one
he
he
had 1
lost to the
trophy.
same guy 4-1. Yeah.
Okay, sharp. Do you agree that Ouaddou found a system that is already working?
I'm not
I don't
sure
agree.
whether I'm going to agree to that statement.
I don't agree.
Okay,
I don't
let
agree.
me-
You know what?
I don't
You know
think
why
I'm
I don't
going to
agree?
agree to that
You know,
statement.
okay,
Let
okay,
me take
Xola,
you-
please come in. No, Xola,
No,
come in.
let me ask you once. Let me ask you. Ouaddou lost 2 games, right? The first league games.
Yes.
Why
Yes.
did he lose them? Why did he lose them?
He probably was still adapting to the new environment.
Okay, so if you go back and look at the game, because he was trying to change things, he introduced too many new faces. After the fans and people went back to say, why do you change what has been working? What happened ever since he went back to what has been working?
But I can come back and say to you, probably the team that he chose was the
Yeah.
team that was best performing for him at training. And then after the losses, everyone has a fresher opportunity to make it to the starting lineup. And maybe he was helped and advised. It's true. As a coach, it's difficult to change a winning team, but it's easier to make changes and opt for whatever that you feel can now take you further. Because
So,
the reason
Trenton,
I'm also
this is
saying
what-
that is that
Yeah.
the reason I'm also saying that is that, remember, in his team, as much as the supporters are saying Coach Ouaddou is a fan, like he's a Mbekezeli's favorite and whatsoever, Mbekezeli was nowhere closer to the team, by the way.
Yeah, no, look at this. Ouaddou first game, he played Polokwane City. He played the usual starting lineup of Orlando Pirates in the MTN 8. He won 3. He then went to play league.
No, he didn't.
He
No,
changed.
no, that's wrong. He didn't. He played the Radio Pane. Radio Pane was not the main
He was
striker. He played
out.
a police.
Radio
The
played
guy,
a police.
the guy. No, listen. Okay,
No,
Mamela.
but
Coach
he hasn't
KP,
been playing
Radio
for Orlando
Pane,
Pirates.
Radio Pane was not playing under Riveiro. And another thing,
Mhm.
Ouaddou was Pirates signed more than 13 players in the beginning of the season. Do you know that or you don't know?
I do know that.
13 players. So he needed to integrate 13 players as part of the team. So it's not like he just continued with the same team.
Nadim,
Duli
you
was
know what?
not there. Sibelebele was not there last season. So many players. He had to
Police
try
was
to make
not
the
there.
team gel.
Mbutuma was not
Yes.
there. There's
So,
a
correct.
huge,
you
and
guys-
other players were injured.
So I want you guys to
Yes.
say this because I know internet doesn't forget. Are you saying, and I want you to answer me, it's a simple yes or no so we can close it, Nadim. Are you saying that Ouaddou is not benefiting from what Riveiro has left?
No, Ouaddou is benefiting from being Orlando Pirates coach.
I agree with Xola. He's benefiting from being a Pirates coach. I agree with that.
Because when he was at Marumo, he did not win a trophy. He came to Pirates, he won 2 trophies already.
Yeah.
He's benefiting from being an Orlando Pirates
You
coach.
know what did Ouaddou say, Xola, on his first interview at Metro FM as an Orlando Pirates fan, as an Orlando Pirates coach? He came up, he said,
Yeah.
I love the fact that Pirates had a 5-year plan and I'm here to take over from the coach who had pushed the first 2 years. We are now on our 3rd year of the 5 years. So I'm
This
here
is
to
actually
continue.
what to disagree with you. This is the first coach not to be embarrassed by Sundowns. Sundowns were hitting Pirates very hard under Riveiro. Now Sundowns will be scared to
That
play
is
Pirates.
Cardoso Sundowns. Don't tell me about Cardoso Sundowns.
Even Cardoso Sundowns is the one that beat Riveiro 4-1. It's the same.
Yeah,
It's the same. It was the same Cardoso.
It is. It doesn't
No,
matter
it was
where
not
you check
Cardoso.
it.
It was Costa.
It was.
It was Cardoso
No, just I agree.
No, it was there.
No, I agree. What is doing well? I agree to that. That's what I'm saying. If you know, I'm sure Nadim, you know, I never liked Riveiro that much because of certain how he used to do things. But I don't think we don't need to give him credit of where Orlando Pirates is currently. Pirates is where it is right now because it was
We do give him.
Who must we give credit to? Who must we give credit to? Who must we give the credit to?
To Riveiro. what he has built
And then
for Pirates.
let's go back to the question I asked. Why, when I said to you, do we then give Coach Kroll the credit of saying you won us as Orlando
Yes,
Pirates 2 treble? No chance.
yes, we do.
In the
Why?
history books, it's only gonna be written Coach Rudy Kroll was the first Orlando Pirates coach to win the treble. Then Lille
So
was the
then what's the
second
use
coach
of
to win Orlando
systems in the
Pirates then.
club? What's the point
It's
of
the
having systems
clubs.
in the team?
A team must have a system.
Which somebody needs to lead, which Riveiro did.
Yes. Yes, and left. And now Ouaddou is leading it.
Thank you. I wanted you to say that. So you do agree that Ouaddou is
Yes,
benefiting?
I'm saying it's the
Thank
team
you.
system. That's why I said Coach Ouaddou is benefiting from Orlando Pirates.
Yes. In
Yes,
all the 3
Nadim.
seasons at Pirates, do you know that Riveiro finished more than 18 points behind Sundowns?
Yeah, I know. Last season,
You know.
how far did they finish? Yes.
So are you saying that guy was better than the current one who's on top of the log?
Nadim, are we trying to overlook the fact that the team that has been winning the league back to back is currently regressed? Are we
Okay,
gonna
let's check if Sundowns. Let's check if Sundowns will be 18 points ahead of Sundowns in the at the end of
Orlando
the season
Pirates.
With this coach, with
let's
this
check if
Cardoso
Sundowns.
coach,
Yes.
with this
Is the
Cardoso
same
coach.
one who was 18 points ahead last season?
No,
Is the
last
same
season
one
it
was
wasn't
ahead
8.
of your favorite? It was 18 points.
You know, last season this time around where was Sundowns?
Okay, but it was more than 12 points.
No, it was actually 12.
Yeah, more than, yeah, exactly. Which is huge.
That's more than 3 games. That's more than 3 games.
Guys,
yeah.
Are you guys aware that Sundowns this time last season was already on 36 points?
Whose fault was that? Probably now they are facing better teams.
No, it's because Sundowns is regressed.
No, why
Sundowns
do we always have to say Sundowns?
Riveiro didn't even make that use of that opportunity.
So why are we saying it can't be other teams' problems when Sundowns is not doing good? Why aren't we giving credit to the teams that are doing better against Mamelodi Sundowns? Why for a change? Why for a change? Why can't we at least shift the narrative of saying Sundowns is doing bad? Probably Sundowns is still at the same level, but the other teams have caught up.
No, we both agree that this Mamelodi Sundowns is not as feared as it was. We all know that, and I'll agree with you when you say we need to give credit to where that's saying other teams are. I'll give it to that. But the only thing that I don't agree with you guys is you guys failing to give Jose Riveiro the benefit to say, you know what, Coach Ouaddou is doing an excellent job because the previous coach had a setup, had a plan, and everything has been working. So what Ouaddou is dealing with now is not as difficult as where Riveiro, when he came into Pirates, he found it. That's all that I disagree with.
Nah, Coach KB, man. There's no way you can go to a garage and park a car and somebody else drives it better than you. Now we have to say, no, that guy saved the legs, like saved the miles of the car. He was servicing it. That's why this other guy is driving better. No, man. Let's give the credit to the person who's behind the steering wheel.
No,
We're not
I'll give it to
saying
him. Once
he's
he
a
wins
bad
the league,
coach.
I'll give it to him.
He's already surpassed what he did at this present moment.
No, he hasn't surpassed him in the league. In the league this time around, last season, Pirates was better.
No problem, but they were not number one.
Yeah, they were on 30 points because the team they were competing was
number
far
one.
better.
They were not on number one.
We are here till the whole season, Nadim.
No,
we'll
the problem is the number of trophies that at this stage it was only one.
Oh, so the problem is the number of trophies.
It is a big
and
problem.
the position as well, not the number of trophies only. And the position in the log.
The 2 trophies and the position in the log.
You know what? It's a battle I won't win, but I know we'll finally get to it. It's okay.
No, there's nothing to get to it. It's like 2 trophies. The other one is one. Top
it's
of
like
the log,
this.
the other one number 2.
It's just like that.
Are you happy, Coach KP?
I'll never be happy because you guys are trying. You are so not wanting to take the fact that Sundowns has regressed Sundowns last season was on 36 points. This time, Pirates was on 30. This season, 28
Why aren't
points.
we saying
If Sundowns were so good last season, why did they fire Mangoba Mngit?
I don't know. Why if they're so bad?
No, they were struggling. They were not too Mbekezeli. So
and they still have their coach currently. They still have their coach. He's not fired as yet.
Okay, my closing remarks. My closing remarks, ne? My closing remarks, 10-10 and Nadim. 28 points last season. 28 points last season. The team that was on 28 points after 13 games, after 15 games last season, was third on the log. This season, a team on 28 points is on top of the log. You do your maths. Last season, this time, a team that was on 28 points was sitting third on the log. With 28
it's an argument
points.
We can go the whole day. Somebody can say last season other teams were not giving the competition that was needed. This season they pulled up their socks, so it's no longer that easy to win against them and collect so many points.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's fine. No, let's wrap it up, Nadim. It's okay.
That's it, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed the show as we did. This is NXL 360. My name is Nadim. Together with Xola and Coach KP. Goodbye, everyone. We have to wrap up so that you guys don't really feel like we're tracking this. Coach KP tried to defend the indefensible. Yeah, he tried. But it is what it is.
Okay, cheers, man.
Thanks, cheers. Sure.